Loki need video ideas, because I can't think of any. What the heck's this? Ticket to Universal Studios Japan? Huh. Guess this is gonna be my next video. How do I make this video more interesting, though? Oh. Well, let's see. No, I can't even search anything up on this thing, so it's kind of useless unless it's being used for an MP3 player. I wish, but this thing is iCloud locked, so it's practically useless. The iPhone XR. Nah. Still works, but I mean, it's really beat up, and it's just overall not the most interesting. Oh, I guess that leaves me with only one option. Time to milk more content for my iPod Touch 7th Gen. So you might be wondering what the entire point of this video is, and if you've read the title, we're going to be seeing if the iPod Touch 7th generation is usable inside of Universal Studios Japan. So it's overall going to be more simpler things like searching up how long is this ride line queue, to see how long like the wait time for a ride is, and also some other things if I want to like watch YouTube or play games while waiting in a line or something. Although the only downside of the iPod Touch, ouch. Alright, let's hope it's not broken. But anyways, the only downside of this thing is that it just doesn't have service at all. So that means I can only connect to Wi-Fi and hotspots. Anyways, you guys have probably fallen asleep by now by listening to me talk for like 2 minutes straight. So, let's head to Universal. Alright guys, we finally made it to Universal Studios, so we're going to go ahead and head to our first ride. But before that, we are going to see if the iPod, or if Universal, has Wi-Fi. Alright, well let's see if this thing has Wi-Fi. Yes, it has Wi-Fi! That's good, at least this thing's going to be usable. Anyways, now that we're done checking if Universal has Wi-Fi, we're going to go ahead and head to our first ride. Alright, let's head to Mario Land. Oh my gosh, it's so hot, I'm dying right now. Alright, let's head inside Mario World. Alright guys, we are here at our first ride of the day, being Mario Kart Koopa's Challenge. So we're gonna go ahead and head inside. Alright, so we're about to hop on the ride, so I'm actually gonna film the entire ride on my iPod to make this video more interesting.
Okay, number 8 and 7.
Alright guys, here we are. We're at the ride, and I'm filming on my iPod. The quality on this thing is horrible, but we're at the ride, so that's good. Hi, here we are at the Harry Potter world. About to get food. So I'm low-key hungry. After we ate, we headed to this place, which some people would refer to as HE double hockey sticks. And then after a bit of walking around, I somehow ended up here. Dude, where the heck am I, bro? After barely escaping that place, we decided to head to our first show of the day. So we headed to the Universal Monsters Rock and Roll Show, which I also got some footage on my iPod. So here's that footage, and as you can see, the camera quality is very high quality. But unfortunately, after the show, it was then I learned the iPod was slowly dying, and it was only at 14%, which meant I could only film a couple more things on it. After learning the news, I quickly rushed back to Super Nintendo World so I could ride one more ride and film it on my iPod. That final ride being Yoshi's Adventure. Once we headed in, the line was very, very long. So at that point, I just started playing Angry Birds on the iPod. Alright, we're about to hop on, so I'm going to start filming on my iPod. Alright, well here it is. The entire Super Mario world. It's pretty cool. Oh, look at that. It's a giant bird. Alright, look at all this stuff in here. Oh, the camera quality is horrible. This is pretty cool. And then we got the entire lot over there. Oh, and then there's a Donkey Kong roller coaster. You see it over there, kind of. Like, I don't know what's happening right here. After that ride, I decided to head to Donkey Kong Country just to look around for just a little bit. Here we go, we got Minecart Madness, but it's closed unfortunately, so that kind of sucks. It's still cool to look at though. Alright, here's another shot of the ride. And that's the last thing I filmed at Universal. So anyways. Alright, so is the iPod Touch worth bringing to Universal Studios? Actually, any theme park in general. Yeah, no, I wouldn't recommend it. Unless you're gonna use it to like take pictures or use it as like a backup device, then sure, go ahead, bring it, whatever. But overall, I still wouldn't recommend bringing it, just because if you have an iPhone, just bring that instead, or a Samsung phone, Android, I don't know. Just I wouldn't recommend bringing an iPod. I mean, unless you use it for like an MP3 player, if you don't have Wi-Fi or service. But actually, you can do that on your regular phone too. So I don't know. Okay, you know what? I'm done with this thing.